What's going on, everyone? It's a new day. It's still me, and today we're going to be putting in this skylight. It's a Dometic skylight. We got it on Marketplace. It was 200 bucks second hand, but it's not been used. It was still in the polystyrene, so we're going to be smashing that on the roof. We're going to be using all the same tools from the previous video. So let's do it. So the idea is just to map out on the inside where it's going to go. I'm going to pre-drill some holes, and then I'll jump onto the roof, draw all the lines up, and then just cut out the big hole. I don't care how tough you think you are. Put some bloody goggles on. You don't want metal going in your eyes. After looking, there's one of the holes, and there's the other hole, and inside we know that it's straight because I measured it. So now we're going to have to measure down, do this, and then back up there, and just make sure it's all square, and then we'll cut this hole out. Alrighty, so that's my pencil marks out. So we'll just check if it's square. The best way to check if it's square is to go corner to corner, and then corner to corner. 86 and 86. Let's go. So how good is this? The roof's clean as, but there's one rust spot. We're cutting it out. Perfect. Never guess what? It bloody works. I didn't have to do any adjustments. It just worked first go. And then you give that a whiz. You give that a pull. And oh no! Give it a bloody pull. There we go. She's up. You can enjoy the fresh air with your lungs. So now we've got this. It's double-sided sealing tape. I'm just going to be using it because there's ridges on the roof like that. So when it drops down, I'm just going to smash lots of this in it. Just to obviously not make it leak. And then I'm probably going to silicone on the outside of it because I don't know how much I trust this, but I've seen a lot of people using it. So I'll give it a go, and we'll see how it goes. I'm talking about these gaps here. So I'll obviously just be laying it all in here, and in there. So I've also just drawn a pencil line with the skylight when it was on the roof, just so I know how much of the tape I'm overlapping it. When I was on the roof just looking at where I was going to do the tape, I realised that it's pretty much just going to be held on by this double-sided tape, which I'm not really comfortable with because we're not using the inside of the skylight, we're not using this piece. So I'm going to have to build a frame all around the skylight, which I'll screw into these beams, and then this piece of the skylight will screw into the wooden frame. So it's time to work all of that out. that's the frame in. It's definitely going to give the Skylight a lot more support. It's just it's screwed into these roof beams, both of them, which will also make these fairly strong too, just make them a bit more rigid. And then the plan is to, once I've done all the silicone on the top and the tape, just to screw the Skylight into the wooden frame. We'll just do that all around, and that should make it lovely and nice. Change of plan for the frame. I'm actually just going to build a little trim here and then screw it into these little holes that are on the frames, and then screw it into here. Yeah, so you got 1.7 to 70, 350 to 4 times 70, all of them times by 3, that all makes sense. Let's go. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. So that's the inner frame done. It's basically just, it moves like that, so when I've glued it all in I can pull it and then I'll screw it in and it'll pull the whole Skylight in and be held in with the van. Back on the roof. Now we're going to do that tape. That's all of the tape put on. As you can see, it looks, but it comes up to the ridges height, so hopefully the Skylight will sit on it beautifully. So that's all screwed in. As you can see, the silicone's starting to ooze out. I'm just going to run another bead on the outside just to fully make sure that it's all siliconed up. That's all the silicone cleaned up. We'll just leave it until tomorrow, then we'll give it a waterproof test, and if it leaks, I'll cry. Ta-da! So we tested it out. It doesn't leak. We used some water to spray on it, and no water dripped down. It also rained a couple of times, and there's no water on the floor. It's great. There's no water around the frames. It's all just bone dry wood. So we're going to wrap this video up. That's going to be the end of it. But if you're sad about that, give me a little subscribe. There'll be another video next. I don't know what it's going to be about, but only time will tell. I'll see you then.